The fire is making weird noises. Hello.
Remember, if you're interacting in chat, to put to all panelists and attendees. Otherwise, only us can read what you're saying. And
it is 7:07 here now.
Of course.
7 is most magical number. So we know where we are starting. So welcome. I'm just opening the YouTube thing on my phone, if I can, because it's not really working right now. Lots of energy. So welcome. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for voting Osiris up, because I asked. He wasn't, just like, oh, I'm going to do it. Like I kind of said, guys, help me out. So thank you very much. And thank you for being here with us, sister.
Don't know why it's not working.
Doing this with you guys. Should I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
Yes.
I was just going to say that we are all over the place with it.
There's a lot of energy, so just
like what? Yeah.
I just wanted to introduce myself before I forget what I am supposed to say.
Who you are.
So my name is Alanna. You can find more information about me at alannaheavenly.com. So this Sunday, Valentine's Day, I'm having this sacred circle where I channel divine feminine and masculine aspects. So it's very much like the twin flame readings that I do, but in a group setting. So perfect for Valentine's Day if you want some oven from me. And yeah.
And what time is that?
11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, New York time.
Awesome. I love that.
Monday.
Yeah. So it's like having a Valentine's date.
Exactly.
Yeah.
With me and your divine partner.
Yes. I love that. That's super cool. Okay.
Awesome. I don't know why the YouTube chat's not working.
Yep. I don't know if it's not working for anyone or if it's not working just for us. But in any case, we are answering questions from our Zoom gathering here. And anyone, if you want to join, if you're not, just join tier 1 and tier 2 actually on our Patreon, and you'll be able to see the chat and also ask questions.
Yes.
And yeah, I think that's it. So we have Osiris with us today. He is an Egyptian god. I would say ascended master, more than god, but that's just me, how I perceive him. And he has just this amazing and strong energy. I feel like both Alanna and I, we've been having some, receiving some activations. And it's really interesting when we think about it, how long it took for, we were just talking about how long it took for us to channel him, because we've been doing this for 2 years, channeling Isis, channeling Hathor, Ra, and everyone else but Osiris. And I'm sure there is a deep, deep meaning into why we took all this long and what he represents, and also what he wants to share with us, because he's been wanting to be channeled for a while. But anyways, we are open for your questions. If you leave them in the Q&A session, for us, it's easier to find.
Yes.
And comment on the chat. And remember to put it for all panelists and attendees for you to talk with each other. Otherwise, only we can hear what you say. Well, hear, no. In any case, again, words, energy, it's really everywhere.
Does he want to share an initial message before we start with the questions?
You're getting something? Because I feel like you are.
He's been saying that he's the embodiment of the masculine and feminine in flow. And he's here to activate us all with grounding that energy onto this earth and believing that it can be done, that this is a realistic thing to have, to receive this type of energy. And it's not a fairy tale, it's what he's saying. The stories of himself and Isis and Mary Magdalene and Yeshua, like none of this is, what he's saying is, hold on, my words. It's not untrue. he's saying. And now is the time to realize that and embody that within yourselves. And so that it helps our divine partners come in more clearly too. And it's not just yes, having that physical partnership is nice and important, but also recognizing your own divinity and being able to move gracefully with action, divine action. Throughout this entire year, like throughout 2020, we've received so many ideas, so many activations, so many energetic activations. And what I'm getting is like he's giving me the sense that not many people knew what to do with that. And now is the starting point of materializing that in the physical realm. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. I've been getting a lot of that from him as well. The exact same energy. Is like, it's been like a nudge for a while. Like, ooh, it's exactly what you said. Like, oh, there's this idea, there's this prospect here, but I have absolutely no clue on how to execute it. And what he is willing to activate in us is exactly the awareness of how to go and do and tackle those things and actually put them into divine action in the physical realm, which is so in alignment with so many things that we've been talking about. I think that even since November and December, I think it was that we've been talking about how it's the new era of the embodiment of self. So a lot of that inner work and the ethereal work and the spiritual and everything, we've been doing that for a while, and it's been working and it's been great and it's amazing. But now it feels like it's time to ground that energy and to bring that into our physical world and our physical awareness, which is very exciting. And the things that he's saying, that for some people, at the same rate that it feels exciting, it also feels a little scary, because you just know how powerful you are, because you have so many proofs already. And if you are not fully in that awareness, just bring that up now, feel for yourself, just look at how far you've come, is what he's saying. Just look at how far you've come in your inner child work, for example, in your emotional mastery, in your spiritual practices. Just see, just one step at a time, you took all of it and you created something really your own. So there might be a part of you that is so sure you're going to manifest said thing, whatever it is that you want, that you go like, oh, but am I ready? Oh, have I done enough? Oh, am I healed enough? Or whatever might be the case. So he's also willing to bring some clarity into that and some loving perspectives about you and your human self right now, and how you can embody with safety and grounding this energy, right? And I feel like it's so perfect that it's him, that he is such a divine balance in a way, but he also comes really strong as a masculine essence for me personally. So the masculine is that energy within us that gives us that grounding, right? That makes everything feel safe and more human in a way. So it's really interesting that he's the one coming through with this message, and that he really wants to share all of this love and this awareness with us. And the other thing that he also saying that he wants to share is some love messages, some hope and joy. So it's so in line with the period we are living right now, he's saying, with the new moon, with the Valentine's Day, and with this new era we are entering, with this Aquarius period we are in the year, and the whole era as well. So he wants to bring some love into that, and to just help us focus in the loving things, because again, we are bringing everything into the physical. And the sense I'm getting from him is that it's everything will start cascading really fast, if it makes sense. The manifestations, the things that we've been wanting to manifest and writing about and focusing on for the past like 5 years, and things just feels like, oh my God, it's taking forever. They're going to start happening one after the other. So he really wants us to practice some centering as well, so then we can feel safe and feel in the flow, so we can put these ideas and these inspirations and intuitions that we are receiving into, a practical way. It's hard to explain. Anyways, he's talkative.
Yeah. As when you were talking earlier, he was showing me the merging of, no, we did not all agree to wear red. Osiris
No.
told me to wear red.
He made us all wear red.
We did not plan it.
We did not color coordinate.
He was talking about merging of timelines. And were you looking at something?
Yes, I just saw a hand. I'm like, ooh, hi. Don't touch me. I'll lose my shit if you touch me.
Yes, very grounding. The red, yeah, exactly. The root chakra. Okay, so he was showing me like the merging of timelines and how significant it is that the both of us are channeling him right now. And as you were saying to me earlier, as different incarnations of Isis, and just the merging of all that and us being here in the now to be able to present all of this medicine.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
In addition to that, he was saying, I need him to repeat himself about just further clarification on what you were saying about embodying and trusting the masculine, trusting that and surrendering as well, because our bodies are antennas and we need to use our bodies in order to bring in everything that we're manifesting, everything that we want in our lives. So it's very important for us to take care of our bodies, learning how to surrender, learning how to work with the balance of the masculine and the feminine energy in this time.
Yeah.
It's so important for us to love our bodies. And he's reminding me of a practice that he had me do through my divine masculine, because I'm always like beating myself up about my belly fat. And he had me like in the mirror, just like rubbing it and just imagining that, it wasn't imagining, but like hearing the most loving things about my belly. And it was wonderful. And I'm going to keep doing that. So part of that, just bringing in all of the love and appreciation for yourself, the way you are now.
Yes. And just allowing this energy to come in freely as well, he's saying. And even though sometimes your mind is gonna try to fight it and it's gonna, bring you some other perspective that you are not fully wanting to entertain, he's saying it's okay, just let it flow, let it be, let it go, and just be present in the love, because as you know, the only thing that is true with capital T is love. And that is why and how you know that you are, let's say, in the environment that is the best for you. That's how you recognize a divine partner, and a divine partnership is by connecting with that love, because that's the only thing that is true. So even if you are having experiences with someone in the astral, for example, and they might be absolutely insane, and you have even a hard time talking about it with other people because it feels so stupid and absurd. He's saying focus back on that love. The love is real, right? So that connection is real. So it's like he was saying in the beginning through you, Alanna, that it's not a fairy tale. And if it is, you are the fairies and you're telling the tale. So don't worry about it. It's true, and it might be very unique, and yes, it's beautiful exactly as it is. So just allow it to be as it is without you judging yourself too harshly in any case or the others. Like with your relationships in general is what he's saying, your relationship with yourself, with your body, with your colleagues, with your family, with your friends, with your divine partners, with whatever that might be. So just allow yourself to receive the love and let it move through your body, because it's really important for us to ground this energy now in our bodies. Let's take a look at questions.
Yes, I've asked if they are coming on camera on this, or just written questions. This time, just written questions.
Yes, because we're doing it on YouTube and not everybody wants to be on YouTube.
Yeah. Let's see. The first question is, Osiris, I do not connect with you very well. What do you suggest?
Who is it?
Joffrey.
He's saying that, well, you connect with Isis very well, don't you? With my beloved. So maybe it's just a matter of looking in the mirror and liking what you see, because you have a strong essence of him.
Yeah. He's
Right.
saying that you're on a very journey of the feminine right now.
Mm-hmm.
But it does not mean that you're not connecting with him.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's like it doesn't feel like a disconnection. It's just a point of view kind of thing. And it's perfect as it is.
Yeah.
From Jennifer, what are the lights in parallel lines that I'm seeing? And how can I expand on grounding?
The lights on parallel lines.
Yes.
It's like you're seeing a glitch in the matrix. So that's kind of cool. Do you see anything more specific for her, Alanna?
I don't. I would want her to clarify, to expand on that.
Just to explain a little bit more how it is that you see it. But on grounding, well, he's saying that the basics of grounding is acceptance and joy. And that is why sometimes the concept is so foreign for us, because it comes to being fully present in the moment, accepting of what is, and feeling in joy and in love with this present, with this moment. And most importantly, with your body. There is no grounding without your physical vessel being involved, because that's your vessel of grounding. That's the vessel in which you create all of your magic on earth. So that is why we say that empowering yourself, empowering your body, loving your body, and accepting your body is key for all manifestations on earth, and grounding included. So if you're talking about the specifics of grounding, is what he's saying, you know, like actually feeling grounded and home on earth, he's saying that it has everything to do with you loving and accepting your body. And again, self-love is a pillar for that. So that's the technique he would evoke for. And of course, he's talking about sexual energy. He is the master of that. And that's a big one that can really help you. But again, he's saying it must come from a place of love and surrender. Do not misuse your sexual energy is what he's saying. So basically don't use it with as a means to try to punish yourself, or in any case, you know, just not loving for yourself. So be aware of that in a way. But the grounding of the energies, he's saying that your body, again, is the vessel in this alchemy. And as we know, it's one of the pillars of alchemy, is the vessel. And then there is your intuition that you're going to be receiving. So your vessel is going to be, he's showing me so many things at the same time. I'm trying to make sense of it, actually. Because you are receiving so much energy, and not all the time you are discerning the energies that you want to actually ground and the energies you want to simply let go of. That makes sense. So there is a point here with this. I don't know where he's going with it, but anyways, just letting him. So it's like you are receiving this shower of energy is what I'm getting. And these being like inspirations, ideas, things you want to do, manifestations you want to put into the practical world, so many things. Also like activations, DNA activations that aren't even yours. It's just for you to transmute and help other people get them. So many things. You are receiving that shower of energy all the time. And the more aware you are of it, the more you open this door for things to come to you. So it's really important for you to be discerning of the energies you want to bring and keep into your vessel, we'll say, the energies that you want to use your vessel to ground on earth as a general, and the energies that you want your vessel to be simply the bridge for, instead of you grabbing into this energy, trying to understand it, trying to transmute it, trying to change it, trying to whatever. You are just the bridge, and the energy comes in and out exactly the same way, unadulterated. So he's saying that there's a lot into grounding regarding this as well, and we need discernment. And how do we find discernment? By knowing ourselves, by knowing our own aspects, by loving everything that we are, by understanding how we work and the things that we want to create. He's saying that it's so important for us all alchemists, and again, every human is an alchemist. He's saying for us alchemists to understand our power with everything that we create. And also is so important for you to step into that power and choose consciously. He's saying it's the era now for you to choose the things you want to embody. It's not just you saying, okay, then I'll do it. Okay, then I'll do it. No, step into your power and say, I don't want to create this. I don't care if I made an agreement with my higher self, with whatever crap it is. He's saying, no. As this embodiment of self that we mean is that you right now, as the human you are allowing yourself to be fully divine to the point in which you stand in your power so much that you absolutely choose exactly how you're going to live your life, what you are going to embrace and what you want and what you don't want to create. And he's saying, my beloved is a fantastic example of that, of this magic of bringing exactly what she wanted into her physical vessel, to bringing exactly what she wanted to earth in as a general, to bringing exactly what she wanted to her peers, and to just letting go of all the other things that didn't serve her at her highest and best at every single moment. He's saying this is not you being selfish, this is you being the God that you are, because it's not your business to try to do everything at all times, to try to change everything all the time, to try to just move everything. He's saying, no, choose for you and choose wisely what feels loving for you. Let's do that. He diverges too, right? He digresses.
Yes, he does. Jennifer said that it looks other dimensional, the lines that she was saying, and Osiris is saying, of course, that you see other dimensions. You're a multi-dimensional being now, and more people are going to connect to that and see it with their physical eyes. So get used to it. It is why we need to take care of our bodies as well, because it's a lot of energy.
Yes.
So through physical exercise, do yoga is what he's recommending, do water cleanses through bathing and using salts. Also, to add on to what you were saying about manifesting and bringing in what you truly love, the technologies he's talking about to tap into that more is through joy, and understanding that if you're doing something and it doesn't feel joyful, connecting with why, what is getting in the way of that joy? Is it a self-limiting belief? Is it a belief that you think, oh, I can't do this because people won't like it? Like, just really a time to assess what your core values are, and so that you can knock it out of the way, is what he's saying. So another example, what he's saying through me is that we like to channel together because it's joyful. Like, it brings us, it's so much fun connecting with you guys in this way. And it's also unlocked so many other avenues and venues for us too. And that's why we do it. And that's how you unlock what you're meant to do on this path, by connecting to your joy. So, and he's reiterating, like, last year was all about finding that joy, understanding that we can create through joy, and that we don't need to learn our lessons through pain and suffering anymore. So if you find that whatever you're doing is not joyful, then take a look at that. Another technology, in addition to joy, is surrendering. So understanding what it is that you deserve and letting go of whatever it is that's in your life that's just no longer resonant with you anymore. And that could be friendship, that could be romantic relationships, home that you're in, any like living environment situation, any food that you're eating that is no longer resonant with you because you feel it in your body and you don't feel good after you eat it. It's important to learn to let that go and get on a path of alignment through your joy, through how your body feels after you exercise, after you eat a particular thing. And these are all sacred rituals for you to get in alignment with your highest, best path. So remember joy. Joy is the code word. That's the, why can't I think of the word that I feel through? That's the secret code, right? That's how you can just unlock so many infinite possibilities through this joy, and understanding what's getting in the way of that joy. But he's saying, dear ones, it's so important to release and surrender that which is no longer serving you. You don't need to hold on to that pain anymore. That's not going to help you. It can help you as long as you want it to help you, but it really doesn't need to serve you in that way anymore.
It's not a requirement for Earth anymore. And the more that we decide to change this paradigm, the more it changes, and the less we need to create through suffering.
Yes. And there's people still on earth, what he's saying, that don't completely understand that yet, and they're not ready to embody that yet. And that does not mean that you should do the same as them, because you have a different path, a different way of going through life now. So be graceful, continue to send people love, and understand that there's a different way to live life now. And we're all human beings walking on this earth, but in literally different dimensions, in different universes in our minds, right? And we could still see it play out in the physical world, but it's not really embodied in our life. And we have to understand that the difference between someone else's universe and our universe, and how that coexists.
Yes. And he was also saying here that that doesn't mean that you are higher or lower than anyone. And, you know, it doesn't separate you from anyone, because there is no such thing. It's just you, honoring your path, and loving yourself enough to decide for you what you want your life to be, instead of you trying to dim your light to fit in a world that is honestly day by day just vanishing. It's you shining your light so you can live the best life you can for you today. And that's the most selfless thing you can actually do for earth, is you living your joy every day. And he was also mentioning something about joy, exactly, and using this as a technology to create, because he's saying it's the best way for you to do it, because you know you are always aligned with what is going to be the most loving for you. If you are doing things out of joy just because it makes you happy, it's like us channeling here, you know, didn't have to, but we wanted to because it's fun. So just find things in your life that are joyful because they are fun, and because you want to explore life like this now, instead of always looking. He's saying there's another thing. Oh, I have another thing for you guys. Uh, Another way that we tend to punish ourselves is that, oh, if everything is too good, then it needs to go bad at some point. So because there must be balance. And he's saying, but balance is exactly the opposite. It is you feeling good at all times. That's the point, you know, of even living within a dualistic environment, is so you can find that balance and then be in joy at all times. So don't let you self-sabotage yourself no longer. You don't need that to grow. He's saying you don't need the hardship to grow. But again, if you believe you do, everyone is going to support you. Everyone is going to hold your hand. No one is going to tell you how to live, but you can choose again if you want to, because it's not a requirement, such as isn't karma, for example, on earth anymore. We could go forever with this.
I'm like, Osiris, come on. Like, we have so many more questions. And
yeah. I just told him the same thing. And he just did, like, you know, he just sit straight and kept talking.
I guess it goes also to the point that his long answers answer so many questions, and even questions that people are not asking, but they are feeling. So
yeah,
it's very valid.
I'm getting something from him now that he's like, well, you did keep me locked for 2 years, so we're talking now.
He told me just now, like, hey, we're talking about trusting and surrender, so trust me.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Stick with it.
Let's see.
I wanted to share the link on Facebook in the group so other people could watch.
Okay.
But nothing works on my phone.
While you answer this question, I will do that. So there's a question from Eva. How does one know that they match a divine partner? Can we know them already from before, but see them differently all of a sudden? Or how is it? All unicorns and rainbow?
He's saying again to what I believe Annie said earlier, is to connect with the love that you feel in your heart. Only love is real, and that's all that matters. And how that chooses to play out in the physical realm is a surprise. And it's up to you to trust that the universe knows exactly what it is that you need, and exactly what it is that you desire. And it's about opening up your awareness to what you want and desire as well, so that it opens the doors and you're not preventing anything from coming through due to your limited beliefs. To clarify on limited beliefs, because that may have triggered some people. So he's saying that in a way that, oh, something's too good to be true, or I'm not deserving of this type of amazing love in the physical, beliefs like that. Anytime that you visualize yourself in the most perfect relationship ever, how does that feel in your body? Do you find that there are voices inside that are doubting this in the physical reality? Those kind of limited beliefs. Was there another question? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything.
How does one know that you met a divine partner? And then can we know them already from before, but see them differently all of a sudden?
What he's saying is that all that he cared about was the love that he felt in his heart, and expressing that and making sure that there was nothing getting in the way of expressing that love. And making sure that the other individual was also not having any trouble expressing that love as well. And he's saying, like, do you think that me and Isis like walked around holding hands saying, this is my divine partner, this is it? No, we were present and we just embodied that love when we were happy, and that was it. So all of these labels are just adding so much pressure to people when they want to find their divine love, their life partner, when you can embody love right now. You can love and appreciate the love that's all around you right now, and then watch the blessings pour in from there by using your joy, by realizing that you deserve it all, that you can be a completely abundant being, whether it is through riches, is what he's saying, or through physical relationships, through friendships, through romance, through food, anything. Just open your eyes and you'll see it. Use all of your senses to identify all of the beauty and the blessings that you have right now. And he's saying that you're already doing that through your painting. I feel like your masculine has a fractal of Osiris.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel that too. He was telling me something very fascinating and I lost it for a second now. It has to do with a new paradigm for divine union that we are creating now, which is fascinating because, again, within that same story that we don't need to suffer anymore, right? And we've cleared all of that and we can start creating only from that joy. And it's like we've opened this door, and as we walk through, all of our paradigms start shifting for that, exactly that. Okay, so I want to create this relationship that doesn't have any strings, that is simple and easy because I deserve it, because that's how I want to live, you know? I don't want to have to play any other kind of game besides this one of 100% fulfillment, joy, and excitement. And that's the game that he played with his beloved, is what he's saying, you know? It was, yes, all unicorns and rainbows in a way, because we decided to look at everything in our lives together through that spectrum. Even though challenges arises as you are a human in one point or the other, you are the one that can choose how you want to perceive your reality. So, of course, it can all be in your awareness as love, even though there might be some hardship. So he wanted to tap into this, and he is willing to expand if anyone has any further questions, because that might have been a little cryptic, but anyways. And now he's talking more about that paradigm that we are recreating and how the perceived physical separation played such a strong role for all of us in this, because we wanted to shift our own inner awareness of how we want to create life on earth, and being together might not always be the easiest way to do so, because it's someone that is so you in a way that you want to save them. If you see them in that pain, if you see them in that, I don't know what to do with myself, You know, you want to guide them, you want to do something to change their reality, and it's not the point, because we need to find that answers for ourselves. So he's kind of explaining why so many, let's say, twin flames are not in physical union yet, or haven't been, let's say, in the past few years, because that shift needs to occur within oneself before we can fully jump into this fulfillment, is what he's calling it. You know, that perfect dharmic twin flame union. That's what Eva was talking about. No, it's easy. It is if you want it to be. And once you decide that you want it to be, everything in your life is going to align so you can meet that. You know, he's saying, trust that once you make that choice for yourself, once you choose, I am creating now from ease, unconditional love, surrender, and joy, everything in your life is going to just start aligning to meet that expectation, because that's what you want to create. So he's answering you now. He's like, yes, it is. Because if that's what you want to create, he's answering, if it's easy, if it's like all rainbows. And he's like, yes, it is. When you meet that person, you know, because your heart is so in alignment with the same joy that is in that other person's heart, with the same ease, with the same unconditional love, that every other hardship just falls off. You know, there is nothing for you to worry about anymore. You can be yourself 100%, and all of your needs are met, and it's a perfect match. He's saying that's the door that we opened by simply accepting. We don't need to learn through suffering anymore. So just be gentle with yourself and be patient with yourself, because again, many things in your life need to align for you to just accept this level of love in your life. And that's what it is, he's saying. Bottom line is, you just need to believe you deserve this ease, this unconditional love, this joy all the time. And that's what you've been working on. And that's what I was talking about before. It is that it's time for us to start bringing that now into the physical, you know, and seeing that paying off in a physical way, so you can start fully believing it. Because trusting is one thing and fully believing is another. And we are walking that path of fully believing that we deserve this love. So then we end up creating this love. But again, it comes from you, he's saying. So you only accept the love you think you deserve, and you only allow yourself to receive as much as you give yourself. So that's another very important point in this new paradigm. How much do you choose to love yourself? How much do you choose to accept yourself? And how much are you willing to expand from that? You know, and he's saying, doesn't necessarily mean, let's say, because I know this scares and triggers some of you, that it doesn't mean like you need to be 100% accepting all that you are all the time, and you love yourself and yay, it's all the time. He's saying, no, you need to at least be open to see yourself through the perspective of your beloved. So then you both can, you know, let's say that, yes, you can help each other in the little kind of nudgings, but it needs to at least be in your awareness enough so you say, okay, I think I deserve this love and I'm ready for it. I am ready to be wowed, is what he's saying. I am ready to just be swept off my feet with this amazing love, and I'm going to accept that love in the fullest. He's saying that's when it happens. And the journey to self-love takes as long as it takes, and there is no rush. But you need to at least open the door so you can receive this love.
Yeah, he's saying that doesn't mean that there won't be triggers at the moment, because we're in such a transitional period right now that all parts of ourselves need to catch up to that energy. So there's going to be like, what he's showing me is like your inner child may like just kind of lash out in a way and just be like, what is this? Like, what is this feeling? And want to behave in a way that we did in the past. But that doesn't mean we need to latch on to those old stories anymore, and continue to bring your awareness back to love each and every second of the day, which will help you with your journey for you and your beloved. That's what he's saying.
Yes. It's just about breathing, he's saying. Now, at this moment right now, he's actually telling everybody, just take a deep breath. That's all you need to do.
And he's reminding us to just let go of the old stories, that old pain and heartache. It's no longer relevant anymore. You've learned all your lessons from that. You've digested all the nutrients that you needed to digest from it. And that is why you are here right now. That is why you are claiming this love, this divine love, not just from your beloved, but from the world, from everything. And that's why you are giving it as well.
Yeah.
This love is completely universal. It's not made for just one particular person in this world. It is made to be shared and flowed through your entire essence, and so that you can make several creations through that. It's how you go through your day. It's how you cook your food. It's how you clean. It's how you work during the day. That's how we are embodying that love now. It is not just for one divine love partnership. It's for humanity and beyond.
Yeah. He was talking about that before, and he got sidetracked. So I love that we get, it's like we pick each other's, it's great.
While you're talking, like he's telling me this stuff, and I'm like, I know you're going to talk through Annie for like 10 minutes, so you need to remind me.
Yes, I just had that same thing. It's like, okay, you want me to say something, you need to wait for her to stop and then talk to me. This is fun.
The next question we have is on Patreon from Julie. She asks, we know your story involves being resurrected by Isis. Is there any modern day symbolism to resurrection and a message you could share with us about that, please?
Is there any modern
symbolism
around
the resurrection?
Resurrection?
Yes.
Do you want to go first?
I was just seeing that I think we are gonna have, that's when our two timelines might have different answers. And that's exciting.
Oh.
Maybe, let's see.
Can you read that one more time?
Yes.
It's Julie with an E, right?
Julie,
yes.
Julie Jordan. Yes. Just said it. Okay. We know your story involves being resurrected by Isis. Is there any modern day symbolism to resurrection and a message you could share with us about that?
He's saying, why does that even matter anymore? Because your beloved is with you at all times. There's no need to resurrect any parts of anyone anymore, because one, they're already whole, and two, they do it for themselves just as you have done for yourself. So perhaps if she could clarify and expand on what she's really looking for, but that's what is flowing so strongly through me from him. What about you?
Well, first of all, I'm getting strong activation in my belly right now. So I'm just breathing through it. It's like a knife, like this in my belly.
He's talking again.
Okay,
good. Sorry to interrupt you.
It's okay.
It's going back to what Annie said earlier about feeling the need, like seeing someone suffering and feeling like you need to heal them, like you need to help them. That paradigm is no longer, that's not a thing anymore, unless you choose for it to be a thing. But there's no picking up the pieces for another person anymore. Everyone's lessons are their own to embody and to explore. And while the story of me and my beloved Isis is something that many people look at and seek and see, that think of it as so romantic and divine and want that for themselves, realize that we're in a new, why are you making that face?
No, because I can't believe that people would want that for themselves, just me being me. Sorry.
See how distracted I get?
Sorry for distracting you.
It's okay. I agree. Who would want that for themselves?
Yeah, I want to pick all the pieces of my husband down the river.
I'm glad that you made that face, because here's It is. People want that for themselves. People want that for themselves because they think that they can save someone, and they don't trust the universe to bring them someone who perceives themselves as already whole. So that's why they want themselves. They think that they can pick up someone else's pieces to save them so that they can be their beloved one, which is never the case, right?
Yeah. And what I get from him is that the thing with this story about him, yes, there is a literal part about that resonates with some people, but there is also the story that through sex magic, Isis helped him gain awareness of his own divinity. And that's what he helped him pick up. And that's what she helped him connect within himself. It's like he was connecting all of the fractals within him using that alchemy. So then he could feel whole by himself, right? So in many stories, and the one that I remember, it's not about him actually dying and her needing to actually literally resurrect him and put him back together, is that she helped him see his true self. You know, she helped him embody that truth as a human. And it might feel like a quickening evening, and even it really does in some cases, right? So it's more about that. So he's saying that, yeah, if there is any representation now of it, is that you awaken yourself. And in many cases, yes, you help other people kind of awaken them, but it's not about you saving anybody, as he mentioned before. It's just you fully just being yourself and doing things for you and honoring yourself and honoring other people's paths as well, because it's not about even helping someone see that they are whole. It's just you having compassion for whoever and whatever it is that they are going through, if that makes sense. But anyway.
Yeah. The incarnation that I remember most is him physically dying. So that's fun to see, like, where but what he's saying is that you can put your person's parts back together just by focusing on your love and joy, and it's all about your self-love journey. And if this person is for you as your divine partner, then they will learn to pick themselves up just by seeing your divinity and how much you love yourself.
Yeah.
And you do not need to do anything other than that. You do not need to control it. Surrender, my dear.
Exactly. He's saying that is the whole idea why we decided even to create within this spectrum of twin flames or divine counterparts and things like that. It's exactly so we mirror each other so much that the work you do on you, it's like you are already doing it with them, not for them. But again, there needs to be an opening. It's like you mentioned before, you need to be open to receive. So for example, if you are in this journey and you trust that you are in this journey, let's say the twin flame journey, make a point to connecting with your divine person's essence, so you can actually integrate whatever it is that they have already integrated. You know, so it's like you're opening yourself and you're setting the intention to, okay, I want to receive the awareness they have received in my body now, and just let that magic happen.
And goodness, Osiris, you talk so much. Like, it's like what he's saying is that the problem lies when we get so attached to a particular person where we don't trust that we just are deserving of receiving even better, even more. So when we have that attachment, that tight grasp on the scenario or circumstance, that can get in the way of our divine flow.
Yeah.
It's like the overbearing mother type of feeling is what he's saying. And that is why we're all here today and why he's here, to give us the technology behind trusting and surrendering to the masculine. And he doesn't mean that in like a gender type of way. He doesn't mean that in what he's saying is like, don't get mad at me, feminists. Like, it's in a trust that you have everything that you need, and that anything in the future, which doesn't exist anyway, but will be perfect for you.
He's saying here too that you are safe now, you know, trusting that you're safe and that you're held and supported. So everything you want to create comes from that safety instead of shaky foundation. So your foundation is steady. So that comes with, let's say, trusting the masculine within you. It's not a gender. It's just one of the polarities of Earth, right? So just trusting that that safety is within you, and you can create from that steady foundation instead of being scared or never really believing that you are actually tackling this.
Yeah. And a large part of this that needs to happen in order to embody this is to ask for what you need. Ask and you shall receive. So being clear with yourself about what is it that you desire and ask for it, and then trust and surrender. That's it. It's as simple as that.
Yeah. I have to pee.
Do you want to go there?
I knew that we would need to take pee breaks.
Yeah, it's like I already need a pee break. So let's do that.
Should I take one too?
Yeah, let's do that. And then
okay.
Okay,
yeah, we'll be
everybody, just a second.
Hold on.
We're gonna pee a little bit.
hi.
Hi. That was great. So
Pee
neat.
break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parts of
I feel like
enjoying
renewed.
life.
Like, whoo, it's okay. You can talk for another hour. It's fine.
Yeah.
It feels like, is it almost an hour of being doing this? And we answered like 3 questions. Wow. And we thought that Yeshua talked too much.
Right. Okay, so next question is from Zuma. She asks, I'm feeling disconnected sexually from my partner. I'm letting resentment over finances interfere. I felt
Can you start over
taken.
again? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Thank you.
From the beginning?
Yes. Thank you.
I'm feeling disconnected sexually from my partner. I'm letting resentment over finances interfere. I felt taken advantage in this regard by him. I'm also allowing the routine, kids, alternate work schedule to create a wedge between us. Our sexual used to be magical, our sex. I've been trying Ho'oponopono. How can Osiris help me?
He's saying that he's proud of you for bringing your awareness to this and to share your feelings with your partner. And honesty is how you can connect back to the heart, back through the heart. And then everything else will fall into part, is what he's saying. But it's important to be very clear and honest with your partner about how you're feeling. There is nothing like divine communication. And don't feel like it is up for you alone to solve whatever problems are coming up for you in a partnership. It's for you both as a team. And he's reminding you not to rush through things. If sexually you're not feeling it, it will come. But don't bottle up your feelings. Don't shame yourself for how you're feeling right now, or that you're sexually not too into it. Saying honesty is the first step, and communication with love. It's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to open up your heart to receive whatever medicine it is that your partner has to help with this scenario. And it's such a sacred, specific thing for you and your partner. And he wants to empower you to believe in yourself that you can do this just by raising your voice and believing in yourself.
Yeah, and I was hearing from him that when you have this conversation, leave the guilt out the door. Don't bring any guilty feelings into this. You are safe and you are deserving to have an opinion, to have a voice in this relationship, So don't, basically don't shut yourself up because you're feeling guilt. It's like, oh, I shouldn't be feeling like this or whatever it is, just allow this conversation to be flowing and not just shut yourself off because you feel like, oh, maybe I'm being like this or not. So he's saying step into your power and speak your truth.
He's reminding us of the ease that he was talking about before. Allow that to flow through you. If you're feeling a particular way, then allow yourself to speak up and communicate in a loving way.
Yeah. Yes. Next question is on Patreon from Ludmila. She asks, I'd like to ask Osiris if he would have a message for me regarding the ups and downs in energy and the mood swings that my body experiences. How can I stay more in alignment?
He's bringing my attention to what he stated earlier about our bodies being antennas, and that we have to be super taking care of ourselves and our bodies in this moment. We're clearing so many limited belief systems from us, and also all the timelines converging at once. So there may be thoughts that are coming up that you don't even know where it's coming from. And that's because of this merging and alignment that we're seeing right now. You do not have to play out those stories in this physical moment. So he's saying, be gentle with yourself through self-care. Be very present with yourself too. Ask yourself, is this true? Is this particular thing that's coming up for me, is that true? Is this something that I need to explore? Most likely not, is what he's saying. Be very present with yourself and be consistent with your sacred practice. He's also recommending sacred sexuality to assist with this moving through you, because it feels like it's stuck in the body.
Go ahead.
I think that's it. What I was going to say, what about you?
I was seeing that too. It's like find a sacred practice that you do every day that is related to self-care, that you can tell your body that you're present with it. Because again, there's a lot happening. And he was also saying that be discerning with the energies that you want to keep and with the energies you just want to be the bridge for, you don't have to, again, deal with all of it. You don't have to anything, to be honest. You can choose. So what do I want to leave? And of course that, let's say in the walking of I forgot the word, in a week. There are ups and downs, and your energy is here and your energy is there. Sometimes it can be related with your hormones. Sometimes it can be related with the moon. It can be related with your environment. So many things. And being centered is something that we master over time, is what he's saying. It is by being consistent in the way you choose to love and accept yourself again. So finding a sacred practice that works for you and that you feel joyful to do every day. It's not just doing something to punish yourself. He's saying this is so important. Don't do something, for example, I want to lose weight, so I'm going to work out. And every time you're working out, you are like, screw this fat. And it's not the point, You need to be working out thinking, oh, this is great. I'm so excited because my body can move. My body can do this. My body can do that. So bringing joy into that. If there is no joy, then you are recreating old patterns. So whatever daily practice you choose to apply in your life, make sure it comes from joy. It comes from you appreciating and loving your body and being grateful for what you have, and not the other way around. So don't use sacred sexuality or any other means to punish yourself, because it's absolutely not the point. And be discerning with the energies you want to keep and the energies you just want to let go of. Remember, you are not here to be a martyr. It's not your point anymore. It doesn't have to be. So just let go of that paradigm.
Mm-hmm. He's saying that it is not being avoidant at all by letting these things go, because they don't exist. Some of these things don't exist in this reality. So just letting them go through you by doing this type of body work that he suggested earlier is important. So if you're worried about being avoidant, you're not.
Very important thing to say. I feel like a lot of people feel that way. It's like, oh, but I'm, it's like I'm neglecting it. And some of it is not even, it's not even true. It's not even there.
That's what, well, he's just like going on the deep end about shadow work now. It's like, that's why people are moving away from the type of shadow work that was so popular.
Yeah.
Because not all of it is real in this dimension, in this reality. And sometimes like people are bringing things to life that are dead now and no longer need to exist.
Yes. Totally agree. I would much rather do some self-love than any shadow work, right? So then you're shedding. It's not like you are hiding away from the pieces of you. It's like you're learning to love and accept them, and that's all you need to do. And it's way easier as well than going deep again and again and again in the same things that are not moving anyway, because you're not letting them, because you're giving them life again and again and again.
Yep. And he's reminding us that only love is real. Everything else will fall away.
Yeah.
Next question is from Jimena. She asks, Egyptian music is very sensual. How did you use music in your spiritual and romantic practices? And what can we learn now from these practices?
That's nice.
He says that music is just the background to his life.
Yeah.
And literally there's no other thing aside from just being joyful with it and allowing his body to move with it as it flowed naturally. Oh no, I just got gross visual.
What? What happened?
As you were moving, I just got a visual from Osiris that.
Yep.
Never. I'm gonna let you talk about that.
I just saw a movement too as well, and I'm like, oh no, don't do that to me again. I'm here,
Go ahead, sacred sexuality queen. You can talk about it.
It's like better than a magic mic kind of thing is what I saw.
Right? It's taking a turn.
We knew you would take a turn with him, of course. The master of all sex magic. Yeah, he's saying that movement, because sound brings you into movement, right? It moves you, it moves your cells, it moves your DNA, it moves everything, it helps everything vibrate. So it's like that energy that wants to be, let's say, put into action. And he's saying that's music. It is sound put into action in a way that helps you align. So that's why, for example, dancing can be a very sexual and sensual practice, and very wholesome as well, because you are learning about your body and how you want and like your body to move it. Because she mentioned it being sensual, right? So he's going to this. So he's kind of saying like, okay, I'm gonna be, horny about this, but I have my reason. um, so like learning what you like and what you don't like, learning what your body wants to do and how your body wants to move, using sound, using music to do that, can be very empowering, because it's like you learn more about yourself, about your essence, and you connect with your essence as well through sound, because your soul is sound before it is anything else. So it's like you just allow the music to walk through you, and to do the things that it wants to do with you. It's a beautiful way for you to release any energy, for you to work with any energy, to empower any energy. And if you are having any issues connecting with your sexual energy, dancing and moving your body, that's a great way for you to do it, along with pleasing yourself, is what he's saying. Because it's really important for you to learn how you like to be pleased and what you want in your life as well, because it goes along with everything else. And him being the sex master that he is, which sounds a little weird, um, he's saying that sexual energy is the most powerful thing you can use to create on earth. And the more you are aware of how this energy interacts with your body, the better you can put that energy into action in the physical, basically. So if you want to create something in the physical with your sexual energy, the more you understand, honor, love, and see this energy playing out in your physical body, the more you can actually create it in a physical way, if it makes sense.
Yes.
Have no idea what she asked though.
I don't remember either.
About the use of music during.
Oh,
So I think he answered.
no, I did.
Yeah.
All right. Next question. Is there a message for women who grew up with narcissistic father and psychological abuse?
What I'm getting is that it's very broad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because there could be many, many messages. So
Thousands. And he's also saying that you are not bound to the past. You are reborn in every second. In every breath you take, you are reborn. And you can choose anew.
yes.
It's important to understand that you are not now and have never been a victim of any circumstances. Everything was brought to you from you, because you are that powerful. So don't disempower yourself through labels.
What he's showing me now is that just because you had a particular relationship with your father does not mean you need to bring that into romantic relationships. It's your choice. It's your decision. You can decide that this is no longer how I want to learn how to love.
Yeah. It's like you loving yourself so much that you just decide that I don't want to create within this paradigm anymore. Bye. And you can, at any point, any given point, you simply need to choose and align with that choice. And that's all you need to do.
Next question is, I'm asking a question for a friend. He's seeing visions of a white diamond with 7 lines inside. Do you have an interpretation for this?
I get that the diamond is you, and the 7 lines are many things. They can be the 7 chakras, they can be 7 embodiments, they can be 7 timelines, they can be 7 in many ways. It's just a representation of your inner magic and your untapped potential. It's very broad as well, in a way.
Next one is, in my experience, how would I recognize? Sorry, what?
What's the name? Who's asking?
Oh, now it's Mary.
MC.
MC, yeah. In my experience, how would I recognize your energy? I feel Isis at times, so I think in my human mind I should recognize yours, but it eludes my humanness.
I'm just figuring out how I want to say this.
This moment is like both of us were just swooning over him for a second. It's like, oh, look how sweet he is. Okay, so how should she? Well, he's saying that he is a fractal of your own masculine. So that's the first like direction he's giving you. He is present with you at all times as well. And being very specific, he says, his energy within you is, oh my God, it's even hard to explain what I see. He's like the backbone, you know, that's that strength that you have, you know, that is so balanced. I can't explain what I see.
It's like you've already surrendered and trust his energy. It's not even something that you can identify as separate from yourself.
Exactly. It's like it's so integrated, it's hard even for me to try to see where he is within her.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see the next one. Now from Indira. While I was sleeping, I felt like I was claiming you, Osiris, inside of me. And
was what?
Claiming.
Like sexually?
That's the first thing I thought too, but then I don't know.
Yeah. And calling you. Was I trying to embody the energy of Osiris? Since I'm very connected to the energy of Isis as well.
That makes sense. I think you're answering your question. But if you're hearing, dear, I think you are claiming in what meaning? Just like energetically or sexually? Is it relevant?
That was a dream. My mind is, it was a dream. Okay.
She has amazing experiences in her dream, so
let's see if she says something.
Let me see if I get anything anyway.
Yeah, like calling, not sexually.
Not sexually. It's just our minds.
It's like invoking.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yes, I think you answer your questions. Like you are like embodying that piece of you that is him, that divine masculine energy, that's you know, love and acceptance and more connection with him as well. It's like actually being able to channel him and things like that.
I know you said not sexually, but it feels like sexual upgrades happening as well.
Yep, I see that.
The sacral, yeah. It feels like I see that area just lighting up. It's gold.
Exactly. I was going to ask that in the beginning and I totally forgot. Anyone else getting Kundalini activations because of Osiris? Would love to know. Because, oh Lord.
He's saying it could be like either like intense sexual energy or it feels like it's taken offline. Like it's just,
It's like the thing is that I got with that. I think I got that message from someone else, and I think it was from Osiris saying that it's like a little hibernation stage. So then when you, let's say, work the energy the next time, it's just going to be like a nuclear bomb in every aspect of your life. So that's great as well. Whatever is the case, if you're already experiencing the nuclear bomb or if you are in that resting point, it's too activating.
Mm-hmm. Next question from David. When I think about Osiris...
Which David? I'm sorry. I just like to make sure I'm not confused. Steele?
Yeah. Pita comes to my mind. Is there a connection? It's a Sekhmet's counterpart?
Yes. I was so distracted.
When I think about Osiris, Pita, this other Egyptian god, comes to my mind. Is there a connection?
I feel like it's the embodiment of different embodiments of the same energy, if that makes sense. He's
saying that he has many names.
Yeah, it's like just another name.
I probably pronounced it wrong also.
Yeah, I have no idea how to pronounce it though.
No idea.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The next question starts with too morbid. Jackie asks, but we buried my first roommate yesterday. I need to write will. I don't agree with the whole makeup and bury in a box. I'm thinking cheesecloth, whole tree on top, maybe oils and herbs. Any technique that are natural for us and God?
Is this a person?
Yes.
What she says, roommate? Okay.
Well, I'm answering yes, I suppose so.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think she wrote more in the chat too, but I didn't read it.
I don't know where it
Let's
is.
see.
Okay. You're wondering what the heck I would ask them about how to just dispose of a body. It's because they know the mummification thing. Okay, I think putting plan in place is loving for me and my family. Okay, so you want to know how to dispose of your own body, because that can be.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I'm confused.
Yeah, yes, me too. I'm trying to understand. But anyways, let's see what he has to say about it.
Any technique that is natural for us and God.
Whatever God within you decides is what God within you decides. Whatever feels loving for you or your loved ones, that's what it is. Don't think too much about it, because if your vessel is not your vessel no more, then you're not there anymore. It's not really that important in a spiritual way, if you think about it.
And he's saying if you feel that it's very important for you, you can massage oils into the body. That's what he's showing.
I saw that too.
How are you guys feeling?
Okay, how are you?
I may need to take another pee break in 30 minutes, but
Okay.
I like that you have a timing. You know, it's like, okay, letter.
I can take
30
minutes. Next question is from Claudia. Does he have any tips for bringing vitality to the body, like energy practices, food, exercises?
You're getting a little Osiris drunk. What's happening?
When you said tips, it was like I had a...
Oh my God.
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Yes, you guys are worse than me today. So, does he have any tips for bringing vitality to the body?
For bringing the what?
Vitality.
What?
I can't deal with anything like this.
I have no clue. I'm gonna look at the question. Hold on.
Vitality, like a feeling
like
more
vitality.
Yes.
Vitality.
Okay.
That was my bad. Sorry.
Okay.
I was screaming the other way. Like energy practices, food, exercises.
Oh, so many things actually. But yes, of course, the first thing I see is sex. See, it is, but it's great, but not everybody is going to relate. So give us something else.
He's saying to bring all the love to the body that you can. Whatever sacred practices you have for yourself, it doesn't have to be sacred sexuality, but any practices with the food that you're preparing, whatever you choose to eat, as long as it's loving for yourself, that will brighten up the body tenfold.
Yes, I was getting something related to the masculine energy as well, because that's very, vital and very strong and very energetic. And the more that you embrace and embody the masculine energy, the more you feel that energy, the feeling more energetic, I mean. So whatever you can do to balance the masculine and bring the masculine more to the forefront as well can really help with all of that. But again, it's like food, exercises, all of it that you're saying, they are all tools, and they are all going to work differently for each person as well. So we can't just tell you drink this or eat that, because it's really personal to everybody. And But again, focus on joy is what he's saying.
Yeah.
What gives you joy? What exercises makes you happy? What food makes you happy? And of course, sometimes sugar makes you happy, but your body goes like, why you hate me? So be discerning with these things, of course. Um, but any practice, anything that just brings you joy and makes your body happy is what he's saying. It's like you can feel when all of the cells of your body are like, oh, thank you for loving me, you know. And that might mean just because you had a great workout, or you just had a dance session, or you just had amazing sex, and your body just goes like, okay, thank you so much for loving me. That's the point.
Things that ignite passion in you.
Yeah. Fire energy.
Yeah. Next question is from Joffrey. We are, why am I calling him Joffrey? Joff. We are having a new moon today. Do you have activities to suggest for us that resonate with that energy?
Your voice got so much louder. Yeah.
Mine?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, right?
Yeah, out of nowhere. When you started reading that question.
Just talked about tips, and then she goes like this.
Okay.
New moon activities.
Yes.
Well, the new moon energy brings new energy into your life. So choose what you want to bring. And every lunar cycle, you have these opportunities because you created it to be as such in an environment like Earth. So, what do you want to invite in right now? And he's telling you to focus on the body. So, what do you want to invite in your body right now? What do you want to invite in your awareness of your body right now, in your emotions, and the ways that you are interacting and playing and experiencing your body and your earthly reality as well? So, because every time they talk about body, they are talking about not only your vessel, I feel like, but earth in the physical, in everything in your physical awareness as well. So, what are the new things that you want to create in the physical, is what he's saying. And feels like we are opening a portal today. And he was talking to me about that earlier today as well, because of the new moon and the cycle of 11 days. And today we have this new moon, and in 11 days we're going to have a ceremony aside from patron. It's going to be a twin flame ceremony to help bring manifestations into the physical realm. Not only twin flame manifestations like manifesting a divine partner, but manifesting things with your divine partner and as yourself as well. So it's just like bringing anything into the physical. Maybe not even like manifesting physical things like a house, a car, whatever it is, but embody things in a physical way and seeing them playing out in a physical way. So maybe today would be a great day for us to start really getting our minds cleared so we can focus on the things that we want to create 100%. And he's saying that we are being offered this awareness daily, and it's been happening a lot since the conjunction, the great conjunction, that they keep telling us this, and they are going to keep repeating until we don't need to hear it anymore, is that focus on what you want to create. And by that they mean it's not like you need to neglect a part of you that is like, oh, like how for example, just giving myself as an example, like I was not feeling great today. No, like I didn't look great. I feel puffy. I feel weird. I feel like I shouldn't be on camera. And it's not that you are just saying, shut the fuck up, little Annie, and go to sleep. You're saying, I hear you, but I don't agree. And I don't have to leave this. I don't have to give this more power. So I'm not going to. I'm here with you. I know why you feel like this. I understand everything, but that's not how we want to create anymore. So I'm going to use something to shift this energy, to shift this perspective, and focus on what you want to create with love and tender and care, of course. So just aligning these things and bringing these things into your awareness. For example, do a meditation. Is this a new moon meditation we have on our channel?
Yes.
It's a new moon, right? Not full moon. So maybe do that meditation or any other meditation you want to help you get cleared. It's like, okay, what are my intentions? What is it that I want? And he's saying, be adamant about that, about what you want. You are allowed to have the life you want to have. You are allowed to have everything you want in a physical way on earth. And in so many spiritual communities, You might have seen some judgments, if you want to be rich, if you want to, whatever might be the case, there might have been some weird lookings in your way, or you might have seen that, and it makes you shy away from the things that you want to create on earth. But remember, you are here to feel fulfilled. It's not to fulfill a mission, but to feel fulfilled with yourself. And however that's going to play out for you, just trust it and let it be. Let it surrender to your human wants and needs and wishes and dreams. It's fine. It's beautiful. And you are allowed to have everything you want to have. So what I would suggest for today in this 11 days period is to get clearing, in what is it that you want to create. And you don't need to compromise. He's saying you don't need to justify. If you want to manifest a new car, you want to manifest a new car. Great for you. You don't need to be, convincing yourself that, I want a new car because it's going to be safer and because I'm going to have more space. And no, he's saying, no, you want a new car. Great for you. You're human. You are allowed a new car. So just focus on what you want without needing to compromise with the voices in your head. Remember, most of it is not true, right? It's like they are just falling through. So get some clearing or clearance or clarity. Clarity is the word, right? Get some clarity on the things that you want to manifest and prepare your vessel for this magical ceremony we're going to have. He's just announcing he's going to be the one with Isis doing it, which I'm super excited. That's going to be awesome. So he's saying that, you're going to get to experience some of our magic, which is awesome. Powerful magic with that ceremony. So just to breathe and allow this energy to start moving for you and align with the idea that you deserve. He's saying joy, surrender, and I'm worthy of it. I can have it.
He's talking about the new moon and that the energy is so electrifying. There's so much intensity in there, and it's creative energy as well. And so that there's so many ideas flowing through people right now, and it's for you to grasp. It's for you to realize that if it's coming up for you from the heavens, then it's yours. So write it down and then think about how it can come into fruition. But right now, things are so electrifying and ideas are coming up for a reason because it's yours for the taking. So if there's anything that comes up with any doubt or disbelief, do it anyway, is what he's saying, because this is your abundance. These are your blessings that are coming through.
Yeah, I was getting it from him as well. It's like, even if it's just a list for now, start writing that list and write it down with love, with appreciation, like my abundance list, and then just make that list with the things that you want to create. Even if you can't fully put all of them into practice today, it's okay. Just start getting some clarity on how and when, and just maybe even the idea that you deserve to create those things and you deserve to have them. So organize a little bit. He's been making you clean the house, right? Or something like that. Yeah. He's talking about organization, how important that can be as well to give your human self structure to feel safe to create. And sometimes it's as simple as cleaning your kitchen or your room and just feeling, everything's clear now.
It's an energy clearing, and it's also a way of showing gratitude. Something that he was instilling upon me is gratitude in action. Like I'm grateful for this home, so I'm going to be cleaning my kitchen to be so thankful for this abundance. So for example, I've been wanting to renovate my kitchen. Like I don't like how it looks. And so I've been taking more care of it these last few days and making sure that before I go to bed, everything's all tidy. And then yesterday I looked at it and I was like, my kitchen is so cute. I love it. I'm like, why would I want to renovate this? It looks great. So that kind of stuff, that's gratitude in action. And he said something else about the list making, about all of the energizing, the electric energy in the air regarding any ideas that come up. That is your abundance. That is for you. That is a gift for you from God. So don't be dismissive of any crazy idea that may come to you, as long as it's not harmful, obviously, but be loving with yourself about it and don't dismiss it, is what he's saying. because things are so abundant and grandiose. And we are examples of that because we've been having like lots of great ideas.
Yeah, and out of nowhere, and you go like, would this work? And then if we have an idea, like it's happened for us, both of us, like, I don't know if I should bring this up with her, and then you're like, I don't know, and then you just say, and the other person's like, yes, and then you join to the idea becomes even better than it was. So to not shy away from, sharing it as well. Because the more we share, the more we grow, the idea and the prosperity. He's saying it's not the other way around. It's like you share, you're going to have half and the person has half. No, you're going to have double, both of you. So know that. Okay. He's mentioning now, I was like, look at the three of you, 50 Shades of Red. I'm like, why?
Out of nowhere.
Sit down.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Next question.
Thank you for asking about the new moon.
Yes, yes.
Because there's a reason why he planned all of this for this day, because things are so intensified.
Do you want to say anything more about that exactly? It's like, why today, of all days, the 11th of February, 2021? Well, you were mentioning electric energy, and divine masculine energy is electric. So you mentioned it many times, and every time I'm like, oh, so it has something to do with the masculine in specific, within all of us and in the physical too. That's interesting. Well, we are physical, so what am I saying, right? Does he have anything else he wants to say through you with that?
About which?
About today. Why today?
About today. What he's showing me now is that while things are so electric and godly, there's also the opposite feeling for a lot of other people. And he wants us to use this energy to intensify the godly electricity that we're feeling, and so that we can be even more abundant with all of the love. That's what he's showing me specifically. This day has been planned for thousands of years according to human timeline. So that's no surprise to him that it's happening at this time. We've planned this perfectly. But it feels like a balance shift to the greater light and more of that abundant essence that is so needed in this world. And there's a lot of people who aren't feeling as abundant. And that's why we're needed to capture some of that light, that abundance. Because it's for everyone, but not everyone sees that. Not everyone is embodying that this time. And he's also, this is part of, so I channeled the Valentine's Day message from Osiris, but he's also saying that he had rituals for ancient Egyptians had rituals for centuries around this date, around this time period, and it circles around the constellations as well, which is why he was grateful for Jeffrey asking about the new moon. It's more like it felt like a moon. I'm trying to, what's word? Give me a word. I hear celebration, but it's more than that. It's like a praising of the moon, directing your attention to the moon, because it's not just about what you're receiving from the moon, but also giving that loving essence and gratitude to the moon, right back to it, if that makes sense. He's giving me lots of visuals around the ceremonies they would have. Yep. And it feels just like sending lots of gratitude to the earth and the stars. It wasn't just about pulling down what it is that we want to receive. It was the acknowledgement of everything that the ancient Egyptians had at that time, and giving thanks for that.
Yeah, because every time you give thanks for something, it's like you are welcoming more of that into your life. So it's like an exchange of energy as well. And he was saying that he wants to give you something today. and you can ask of him, what is it that you want? Or you can just open your heart and let him give something to you. But he wants to do this exercise, and it doesn't matter if you're watching it exactly on this day. It's not really relevant it's timeless. But there is a strength of us all channeling this energy at once right now in this day. So we are creating a portal in a way, because we're doing it through intention, right? So he's asking for everyone that is watching, the three of us as well, just let's take 1 second and just think about something that you would ask him for, right? So he's saying, close your eyes and trust me. And take a deep breath. And just, if you want to visualize him in front of you, if you want to visualize yourself in that ceremony we just mentioned, if you don't want to visualize anything, if you just want to open your heart. So he has something for you and he wants you to open up for it. And whatever it is, it's activating things and just helping you create as well. So if you want to ask him now, just let's take a few seconds and just talk to him yourself. What do you want him to help you create right now? And he's saying that even if you get really specific, he doesn't care. It's okay. And if you want to show him the list of things as well, that's okay too. He just wants you to be open to ask for it. And then open to receive it as well. Exactly as the divine timing and your own divine design allows you to. So just surrender to his magic is what he's saying now. And just let him give you this gift because you deserve it. He's saying you deserve it, my love. You deserve this and so much more. So just open up to receive and take another deep breath. And let's collectively say to him, thank you so much. Thank you for this gift. And we are open to receive, we are open to create, and we are open to take things into action as well when we want. So it is, you can open your eyes and just embrace this energy. It feels really peaceful for me. How does it feel for you, Alanna?
It feels very peaceful, and he was reminding us all that we are the moon. We have that essence. And the reason why we have such great respect for the moon and the constellations, because that energy is flowing through us too. We are the universe and the cosmos, and don't forget that. They give to us as much as we give to them. And we embody that because we are from the stars. We are from the cosmos. They're not separate from us. So we can continue to embody this electrical, magical energy every single day. This energy does not waver from us. It doesn't separate from us because tomorrow is a new day and it's not going to be February 11th anymore. It will always be contained within us as long as we remember that, have that remembrance. It's all about alignment and your awareness of this magic. So while it is a magical day, we are experiencing this magic because we are aware that it is us. It's all our awareness that helps us be in this present moment. Without it, then it would not exist in this reality. So if you ever have a doubt around what it is that you can bring into your life, remember that you are here, you're hearing this because you are it. You are this magic. He's saying, I am you. Osiris is you. You are capable of just about every single thing you're capable of every single thing that he's capable of. He's embodied in every single one of you. He is not special. He is not more special than anyone else. We are all infinitely special. So it's important he's here today because it's important to activate that within us all as a reminder that our actions are so important, that each and every action that we take is a divine action. We don't necessarily have to wait for a great message from God because we are God. Every thought, every idea that comes in, that is our divinity speaking to us, no matter how we judge it. Mic drop. That was like
now done. That mic drop sound was great. Come on, guys. Now everybody's repeating it. I'm hearing it like. Wasn't that funny?
That was. All right. Dawn asks, do you need any work done in California by the ground crew?
Oh, that's okay. When I first saw that question, I thought it meant like plastic surgery wise. Do you need any work done? So I have
to say he is gorgeous as he is, and he doesn't need any work done.
What he's saying to me is, do you feel like there's any work to be done? How do you feel that you can bring your divine essence even more powerfully? How can you be even more in alignment with yourself? What is it that you see through your eyes that you would like to improve? And that's how you can work with me, through me, and for me, as me.
I was getting the same thing. Just be you and breathe, and you know. What?
Yeah.
You okay?
Yes.
What's happening?
Nothing.
You blushing?
No, it was just too hot in here.
Mm-hmm. Too hot, right?
Flavia's feeling it. I think
I'm starting to feel
Iris love sparks.
Next question from Jennifer. As the sex master he is, does he want to share more about sacred sexuality?
Always. We can never talk enough about it. Okay. He's saying that it's so sacred. That's the key word. And understanding the purity of it and the raw potential that it has can really change your life in every way. And also not limiting yourself because you might get an awareness that isn't fully playing out in your physical world, if that makes sense. Because you are recreating your whole reality step by step. And at some point, some of you are going to have to start bringing some different things to the table so we can start exploring them and creating within that new, more loving paradigm. So don't dismiss your ideas again. And he keeps tapping into this, right? Like, don't dismiss these ideas that are coming to you, even if they feel completely crazy, don't set them aside. And he's saying that sacred sexuality was and still is such a big part of his life and his embodiment. And well, he's kind of referring back to when Isis started actually gaining this awareness, which I've never heard this story before, which is interesting, because she channeled this information, right? From her own essence, from the cosmos within her, from Mother Earth. The information that, and he's saying, can you imagine how innovative that was for her and for our times when she started receiving that information that, okay, so your sexual energy is what creates life on Earth, right? It's what creates another life. So that's the answer for all of our questions. And I can make that into something very practical. So then we can honor it for the beauty that it is, for the purity and the love and the grace that it is. And he's saying that he was her instrument of practice with all of that. So he always felt very, very grateful for being able to see that developing in such a divine way, and also so grateful to see her unraveling her own master, and stepping into her full mastery with that energy and that awareness, and the wisdom that she was bringing, and how confident she was to bring these things through. And he's saying, I was always and will always be in awe of her, as I am now of all of you practicing this, because he was kind of brought along with her awareness, right? So she was the one that kind of brought the message through, and then she started like teaching other people about it. And he was the one that she practiced with, because they were married. And well, they were divine counterparts, not only just because they were married. He's saying like, no, because we love each other in a very, very deep way. So he's saying that just think about that like this, like the way that I am talking about it, the sacredness, the love, and the companionship, is that the word? It's like the partnership that you have within yourself, and knowing that you have this energy in your body since the day you are born, and you are born from it. What I want to convey with this is that the power is within your vessel. Sacred sexuality is a means for you to remember your divinity, to remember that you are creating your reality every second of every single day. Every single thing you can see, touch, smell, taste, everything, you are creating it all the time. Sacred sexuality, the point of sacred sexuality is to remind you of that. So then you can be a conscious creator of your reality. So then you can actually create the things exactly as you want, as the conscious God and goddess that you are in this vessel right now. So it's a means for you to bottle up your cosmic energy in a way, and then use it exactly as you want. And there are absolutely no limitations at all with this energy, with the creations that can come from this energy. And he's just giving like them as an example because they dared to believe. He's saying we dare to believe, and we dare to just go for it, instead of thinking that, oh, we might not be well received in society if we create wings today, because Isis wanted her wings, right? She's like, if I can think about it, I can create it, and I'm going to create it through my own power. I'm not going to use any quote unquote external thing. I'm going to create it from my sexual power. And then she did, because she dared to believe, because he dared to believe that he could as well with any other thing. So he's saying, don't limit yourself in your creations. Just know that even the things you are only seeing in your mind, that doesn't mean they are not existing. It means that they play perhaps in a different level of awareness, in a different realm, but you are still creating all of that, and in some way it's going to be reflected in your physical earthly reality right now or in a bit, he's saying, because time doesn't exist. So when you send this message, you say to your inner self, it doesn't respond in your own timing, it responds in divine timing, because there is a play with that as well. So basically he's saying that allow yourself to explore your sacred sexuality, knowing that you are always creating from it. It doesn't matter if you are aware or not, if you set an intention or not, you are always, 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 always creating with this. And it's sacred and divine and pure and innocent. Your sexual energy is innocent. Your sexual drive is innocent. Nothing on earth is sinful if you don't deem it to be as such. So you don't need to punish yourself for wanting to explore your sexuality in sad kind of ways. Just allow yourself to let this energy set you free from all your mind constructs, from all of your beliefs and everything, and just allow yourself to create from it, and just see them playing out in your physical realm as miracles, because that's what they do. And don't hold too much expectation as well, he's saying, to only one thing. He's saying focus should be directed to your intention, not to the outcome of your magic. Just allow your magic to be. Allow your magic to show itself to you in ways that you're not even expecting. Let that be a source of joy for you as well. The surprise it might bring to you, the excitement of just opening a door one day and just seeing that playing out in your reality in a way you did not expect. Focus should be used when setting the intention. Yes, focus hard in your intention and then surrender, because that's the beauty of manifesting on earth.
And he doesn't want us to undervalue how important sacred sexuality is with yourself, without necessarily another partner, but how we're capable of embodying both energies, divine feminine and masculine energies at this point. We can embody your partner's light body and manifest that way. And earlier, he was saying how it is important to be mindful of what's going on in your thoughts. Be mindful that you're focused on what it is that you're doing this for. Even if it's just for pure joy, be aware of that intention and focus. And most importantly, have fun. This isn't hard work, it's fun, it's pleasure. It's 100% pleasure. Without that pleasure, then that's where the magic dies, is what he's saying. I have to take another pee break.
Okay, I'm gonna do that too then.
Okay.
Okay.
Guys, second pee break.
Yeah. Be right back. Hi again.
While I was peeing, I asked Osiris, why is it now that we can embody those energies fully? And he's saying it's because we believe that we can now. And that's why more and more people are capable of doing it. It's all about our belief system. It's not that people couldn't do it before. And it's not about that it wasn't happening before, but now our belief systems have changed.
I like that. Very good question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think she was actually just fixing her shirt.
No, I was patting myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
I don't want to take this too much longer because it's been 2 hours already. How are you feeling?
Hungry.
Hungry? Okay. He wants to talk about some twin flame thing here now. So maybe after that we can go.
I'm reading Brandy's question now. Will you give me and Jess a sacred sexual practice to use?
Okay. Are you here in the chat? So you want something to do physically or apart? He wants you to be more specific. So let me know, Brandy.
Yes.
It's like something you can do now or physical? Physical.
She's saying that the act of exploring each other's bodies and touching each other is a sacred sexuality act, getting very comfortable and familiar with each other's nooks and crannies. What you're saying.
Yes, and he's saying that aligns you with surrender and trust as well, with yourself, with your own sexual power, and also with your partners. And that knowing that whenever it is, like, for example, Brandy and Jess are in a twin flame relationship and union now. And he's saying this for all who are in physical union or all who will be soon in physical union, but also, as Alanna mentioned, that we can always practice this alone with ourselves. Invite your divine counterparts, light body, at least to be with you, is what they're saying, or the higher self, whatever you feel most comfortable with. And yeah, just allow yourself to explore. He's saying comfortable is not the best word to use, but because sometimes it's like, oh, I'm never going to do it because I never feel comfortable. So it doesn't have to just get sexual like this, basically. Invite this energy in your life and just let it come as it is and then play along with it. But what he's talking about, so he's going to be talking about things more in a physical kind of way, but he wants you to know you can practice this quote unquote alone, just with your own physical body, inviting this person in. So what Alanna was saying before, getting to know each other in a deeper level, right? Getting to know each other's like every inch, right? And of every piece of your body, and being 100% open to receive love from another being is exactly why we are in this kind of journey. So he's gonna be very descriptive, so just bear with me with this. He's saying be completely naked, both of you, light up some candles first, maybe, have the room in a very nice temperature so you don't feel like your body's too cold or your body's too hot. Like, try to have the room in a very nice temperature. And he's saying use some scents as well that you might like. If you want to use, for example, anointing oils, that's a very beautiful practice for you to anoint each other. That can be very deep and very meaningful and very loving. So if you want to do that, do it. And he's saying focus on the heart at first, like when you're doing this ritual the first time, just focus on anointing each other's hearts and just sit in front of each other. And he's saying, try to pace yourself because you're going to be feeling like let's just go with it. And he's saying it doesn't have to be the first time. Okay. You can get that steam, yes, out of the way first. And then when you can have some calm and peace and you want to do it with more awareness, then do this. He's saying, he's telling you a practice that he used to do with Isis a lot. And he's saying it starts even before that. If I'm being honest, we used to bathe each other. So they would give each other a shower or just a bath in a very loving way. So they would massage each other's bodies and help, get all the muscles loose and everything. And again, it starts with that tactile exploring of each other's bodies in every way. So you can just allow yourself to move with this energy and to go where it takes you as well. But he's saying that they used to just do this the shower thing. It would really depend on what they were creating with that in the day, but because sometimes they would leave the whole full on sexual arousal and orgasm for that one moment, depending on what they wanted to create. And sometimes, let's say it's just for fun, and he's saying, I would tell you, do it just for fun for this first times, to just play around with it. So if you want to take a shower together or something like that, and you want to please each other in a more teasing way, is what he's saying. Don't go full on for it as well, because it helps your body kind of get used to the premises of the practice. So again, you can take the shower and then just sit in bed in front of each other and anoint each other. That's something you can do. Anointing your heart. Use a fragrance that makes you feel happy and makes you feel cozy and makes you feel cared for and loved, is what he's saying. Don't go for something, for example, I don't like the smell of roses. I can't deal with the smell of roses. So if I put it in the oil for a reason, like, okay, this is going to help open my heart, so I'm just going to use it because of that. He's saying, no, only what gives you joy. So if it's joyful for you, then use it like that. So you can prepare this oil, we'll say, beforehand with some mixes and things like that, or herbs and whatever, and then anoint each other's hearts. And he's saying, touch forehead while you hold each other's hands in your chest, and ask for you to feel the union, because he's saying you are already feeling it. You can already feel it. And as soon as you meet, as soon as you hug, as soon as you kiss, you are already there. It's so potent. But when you do that with intention, trust me, it's a whole nother level. So ask that energy to be like he's showing me like this infinite symbol going like this, through your heart and your head. So it's like you are receiving this blessing and you are sharing it with each other, with each other's bodies. And just let that energy flow for a while. He's saying there might be tears, and that's perfectly fine. Know you are safe to express yourself. So if you want to speak, speak. He's saying, if you want to say how much you love, how much you care for each other, how happy you are, speak it out into existence, because it's just going to empower that energy so much more. So allow that energy to move, and also ask of your higher self to keep you aware of this connection when you are orgasming. Even if you can't be fully aware with your mind, because sometimes like your body's going to be all over the place and you're going like, whoa, oh my God, I can't deal with this. He's saying just ask of your higher self for your body to have the awareness of that connection when you are reaching an orgasm, as many times as that might happen. So just allow yourself to explore that as well, because you are getting your body used to the idea that this person is there and they love you exactly as you are, and you are perfect, you are beautiful, and they are devoted and they worship you. You are opening up to the awareness that, yes, I deserve to be worshipped, and it's okay. Doesn't mean I am better or worse or whatever it is than anybody else. It means I love myself enough to let it happen. So just let this other person worship you. He's saying that's as much as I'm going to give you tips on. We can talk more about that in sacred sexuality classes, so we can go further into more things. But he's saying after that, just let yourself be guided and know that every single thing you do is going to be perfect. Know that you've opened your heart to that person. As you do that, you anoint their hearts, you anoint yourself, and you are expanded and you're connected with the energy. That flow is always, forever in your life going to be there. The first time you have sex with a divine partner, they say it's life-changing in many ways, and the more that you are in allowance of that joy, of that ease, of that sacredness of your relationship, the more you will explore the depths of this love that you have within you. So it's like this being is awakening every part of you with love, as love, from love. So every part of you is right there, he's saying. So just let it be, and communicate. That's the most important part. Communicate if you feel any trigger. Communicate if you feel like you want to take things lower. Communicate if you want to go faster. Always communicate. Open your throat, he's saying, as you're opening your heart. and trust that the person is exactly on your level and you can 100% surrender to them. He's saying that when you do that, it's the same thing as you surrendering to yourself, surrendering to your power, surrendering to the love that you have for you, because you do. Even if you can't see it right now, he's saying for some people, if it's like, I can't love myself or whatever is the case, your nature is love. You come from love. You are love itself. You love you. You just need to bring that to your awareness. So every time you are in this divine communion with another being, again, might be just the higher self or a light body or the physical one, you are opening up to the way you love yourself. So allow that to take over your whole body, your whole experience. And remember to have fun with it. Don't be too pragmatic with it. Just allow things to happen. Even if you are not doing it in exactly the steps that I suggested for you, just know I'm suggesting something, not telling you how to do it, because you are a master yourself. And so is Jess. So even if you can't fully agree in your mind right now, it's okay. Just know that you have been divinely guided since the day both of you were born for you to come into union. Every single thing that's ever happened was so you could be united. And he's saying that's the case for all of you that identify with being in this type of journey. Since the day you were born, you have been guided to meet this person. So right now, he's saying, I want to bring a Valentine's message for you. For all of you that are manifesting your divine partners, for all of you that are manifesting a love in a physical way, every single thing in your life has guided you for this moment. It's going to happen exactly as it's supposed to happen because you deserve it to be. Trust that. That's the only thing you need to focus on right now. Deserving to be. You are deserving of this energy. You are deserving of this love that is going to sweep you off your feet and get you believing that all the fairy tales had nothing on you. Yes, it's true. It's exactly what it is. So just allow yourself to be with this awareness. And that's all you need to do, because he's saying hope is not even something that needs to come into play. It's so true, it's so certain that it's there. But if you wanted a voice of hope, I'm here to give you that too. It's true. It's true because your love is true. Remember that. When you connect, when you feel that love, and you know that essence is somewhere, doesn't matter where they are, you are magnets for each other. And in perfect divine timing, that union happens. So just trust that, and also allow it to come with ease for you. That's the paradigm you are creating now. All of you watching this, you were selected to be here for a reason. Yes, my message is for you so you can embody it, live it, and share it with others. You are here to embody this love that is magical so others can believe it is true. So just step into this role now. Tell yourself you're ready. I'm ready to be the embodiment of love in every way. I am ready to be a vehicle of love, grace, joy, surrender, peace, and ease. And breathe, let it happen for you.
What he was mentioning earlier is about the importance of communication, and especially communicating when things are feeling good, when you guys are caressing each other, when you're naked. Don't hold back on the moans. Don't hold back on expressing how particular touches feel on the body as well. That's very important, is what he's saying, for intimacy. And to encourage one another as well.
And sound is very, very important in sacred sexuality as well. And I see that with my counterpart whenever it is that I bilocate and I go to him, when he is in a dream state. I do that a lot. And for him, sound is even more relevant than for me. But I am sound, that's my source tone. That's what it says. It's like I am sound or something like that. So there is something there that plays a role with this that I haven't really figured out exactly. But as he embodies more of that masculine essence in a way that is more human in a way, because we are both masculine, but anyways, maybe there is something with this, and I'm asking Osiris as I am processing it verbally, if it has anything to do with, okay.
What he's showing me, it's almost like a whale call. When whales call each other home, it's tapping into your frequency and calling you back home. That's what he showed me. What about you?
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. And the sound is a more feminine energy and light is a more masculine energy. So that is why interacting with both of them is so important, you know, and playing with both of them is so important. And as I am sound, when I call into him, he becomes home within me. And then he feels the sound and connects with it. So it's like an interaction of balance or something like that.
Yeah, it helps ground as well.
Yes, exactly. It's like bringing it into the physical in a way as well, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that's what you say. You just automatically know things, Brandy. So just let yourself be guided, you know. And then if you want to set intentions as well, you can do that together. And he's saying that can be so freaking powerful. You have no idea. So if you both want to manifest, let's say you're moving in together, right? He's saying use that, you know, like write it down if you want, or come up with an affirmation together and hold that intention, set that intention before you do anything as well, because if you want to use it to manifest. But again, we have thousands of practices and many things, and he wants to give you something that will not overwhelm you too much. So just play around with it, because you are a priestess yourself. Both of you are. All right. So does he have any final message through you, Alanna? Because I think I just talked a lot.
That's okay if you talk a lot.
That's no news.
Yeah.
He wants everyone to come up with a list of all of the ideas that have flown through your essence recently, and prioritize it in terms of what you want to take on in this moment. And he's saying that so that you don't get overwhelmed, because he can sense that people are feeling overwhelmed with everything that's coming through. And remember to prioritize on top of what's on the list, prioritize taking care of your body. Remember that we are not machines. We're not trying to speed through all of these creations. So we're doing it in a balanced, easeful. Is easeful a word? In a balanced way with ease. So taking care of ourselves is top priority as well.
Yes. I was getting something with that as well, and I got distracted.
Yeah, I'm seeing fire too, and I'm asking him what that's about. He's also showing me burning the list in fire and planting those seeds into the earth. Like if you sprinkle the ashes into plants. Have a backup copy, of course, but there's also like, if you have one idea and write out further thoughts on that idea and then burn it, plant it into the earth as a physical sign of that manifestation that's coming into fruition.
I remember what it was. He showed it to me again. It's like creating with steady foundations. I feel like that's a lot of what we are doing now. So sometimes building foundations takes like, okay, I'm going to tackle this and this and this and this, and I'm going to strengthen all of them, you know, and maybe it means that you're going to do one thing at a time and you're going to build a strong foundation from that one. So keep that in mind as well, he was saying, because again, it's like, you know, we are not no machine. So it's not like we need to do and do and do only because you receive that guidance from your higher self, from source, that you just need to do it tomorrow. He's saying, no, time doesn't exist. Remember that. So every time your mind goes like, oh, but I had that great idea, that great idea can bring me so much whatever, or abundance or whatever it is, just breathe and bring whatever feels that is like the most aligned, maybe the easiest thing for you to start bringing, so you can start like really building those strong foundations with the things you are creating, and not just, you know, setting them all like and then you don't have any, you know, strength in any of them. So it's not about quantity, it's quality, he's saying. So take your time with your creations.
Yes, and remember to ask for assistance as well, so that you can be partnered up with your divine partners, not just romantic, but any partners that can help you and align with the same goals.
Yes. I think that's it, right, guys?
Yes.
I wanted to remind, or I don't know if I already talked about this, that we have a twin flame ceremony, and we have a twin flame meditation going on Sunday for Valentine's Day. So it's going to be a meditation for you to have a date with your twin flame. So I'm going to guide you towards like finding your twin flame, meeting them, and seeing everything that is going on, so you can have a date with your twin flame in the astral as well. Yeah. So that's going to be fun.
The ceremony is not on Sunday, though.
No,
it's on the 22nd.
Yes, and we're going to post about it probably tomorrow, so you can start just getting aligned and getting, you know, everything with that. But I'm feeling a lot of power with this ceremony, to be honest. And last year it was really
amazing,
really powerful, and I feel like this year is just topping that. We'll see what shows, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what goes. Okay,
All right.
guys. So
tell us again about your event also on Sunday.
Yeah. This Sunday for Valentine's Day, doing a sacred union circle. It will be at 1:11 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday. So you can go to my website, alannaheavenly.com, to sign up for that.
Yes.
Yay.
That's
awesome. Thank you so much, sister. This was awesome. Yeah. I'm so glad that we got to do this together.
Yes. Indeed.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. And I love that we color matched.
Yeah.
Intuitively. Thank
All
you,
right.
guys. So we'll see you soon.
Yeah. See you guys on Monday for Magdalena's class.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Bye.
Bye.